Hey lovely ladies, gorgeous gents, and crazy kids. You are now watching KandeeLovesYa. Hey lovely ladies, gorgeous gents, and crazy kids. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my tips on detangling and ways to keep your hair untangled. This is a question that I get a lot, and from recent experiences I've shared with you all that I don't usually get single strand knots, I don't usually get matted areas, all of that stuff. But do realize that there was a time when I did have all of that. I experienced all of it. I've just gotten to a point where none of that is a trouble. I rarely have single strand knots, I rarely get tangles, I rarely have matted hair. Like, I rarely have those problems, and it's not because I have a perfect head of hair. It's just because I've figured out ways to work with my hair to avoid that type of thing. So first of all, when washing, I will say, I've mentioned some of these before, just so you know. First of all, when washing, I always wash my hair in sections. Definitely use a lot of those little clips that aren't going to snag your hair too much, and I usually do it in like 4 big sections. In each section I wet my hair, add my shampoos if I'm using shampoo that time, rinse that out, apply conditioner, and allow it to sit for 5 to 10 minutes. This allows your hair to soften up really nice, and it just makes the detangling process a lot easier. So after you've let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes, take a wide tooth comb. I wouldn't recommend anything smaller just because when you have the wide one, it helps not rip out your hair and everything. And it's just a lot easier. Darn it. As I was saying before I got interrupted, I recommend using a wide tooth comb. It just makes the detangling process a lot easier for you. And then while the conditioner is still in your hair, you're going to rake this through your hair. I usually finger comb my hair first before using the comb. But finger comb your hair with a wide tooth comb, then finally rinse out the conditioner. And it just helps with the detangling process, and that's my major way to detangle my hair. Now, after that, separation is key. So many people will wash their hair and put their hair in buns, puffs, things like that, which is fine for some people. Like with me, if I do a wash, I can put my hair in a puff and it won't be too bad. But it is necessary for some people to have some type of form of separation in their hair so that it won't get tangled right back up. What I do after a wash is either braid my hair, twist my hair, put rollers on my hair, do something on my hair, put it out in sections to where it won't get tangled right back after I detangled my hair. So I finger comb through my hair. Once again, I don't use a comb anymore because at that point my hair is completely detangled. I take each of those 4 sections that I did and usually divide them in 2 parts, and then I do braids after moisturizing and twisting and stuff like that. That just helps keep my hair untangled after I've already detangled it. Now, along with keeping your hair separated, you also want to make sure you are wrapping your hair up properly every night. Put it in the sections, pin it, whatever you have to do, and make sure you are sleeping with a satin scarf or a silk pillowcase or something like that that's going to be slick, because that's another thing that usually causes tangles and everything when people just don't wrap their hair up properly. And like last night, for example, I knew I was going to wear a puff this day. So I put my hair up in my little wrap that I use, put it like this, but in the puff I ended up separating into 2 different braids and doing 2 big braids. Even though that's not gonna do anything major with keeping it separate, it still keeps it separate to some degree so that my puff doesn't have all kinds of tangles in it, and that is something that works on my hair after it's stretched. But definitely, no matter what you're doing with your hair the next day, make sure it's wrapped up properly and it's separated. Next is moisturizing. I will say that the one time my hair does get tangled up or anything does show any type of degree of problems like that, it's usually because my hair isn't moisturized, because I'm being lazy and all that stuff, which isn't usually often. Sometimes it'll just be a tough week and you know, you just come in, throw your hair up, if you even throw it up, go to sleep. It's that type of thing. But I'm paying for it the next day because my hair is extremely dry, and that's when the tangles occur. Anytime my hair is too dry, it tangles up. Anytime my curls aren't properly lubricated, that's when it happens. Okay, so basically that is why I'm so big on moisturizing really good after a wash and then moisturizing daily. And after the wash, I moisturize daily by applying water and then applying products that really help keep the moisture in my hair, like my homemade shea butter mixture, castor oil on top of that. It's so important to establish a good moisturizing routine. And for me, that really, really helps a lot with keeping my hair untangled. Something you also need to be aware about are the tools you use on your hair. For example, the wide tooth comb versus a standard comb, just because this is going to be a little bit better on your thick, natural hair. Other things I would suggest right off the top of my head are, for me, rubber bands don't work on my hair. My curls are too small for that. They just get tangled in it. And anytime I use rubber bands, even if it's just putting my hair real quick because I can't find anything else, it ends up taking out some of my hair or causing some type of tangle or both. So definitely try to get away from using those. The hair bands with the metal pieces, those can sometimes rip out hair, cause tangles and all that stuff. So I use ones that, here they are. And these are just for the dollar store. They look really cheap, but truthfully, I use so many of these bands on a regular basis and have had no problem with them. They don't ever break or anything. It's almost like a fabric is used for them. But definitely, I got these from the dollar store, a huge pack, like 20 of them in different colors, and it works on my hair. It never causes tangles. I never get hair caught up on it, but that type of thing can have a huge impact on your hair, getting snags, getting tangles, things like that. So those are my major tips on what I've learned from just dealing with my hair after all this time that has helped me keep my hair untangled, that's helped with the detangling process and all that stuff. I hope this video helped out. If you need any more tips, videos, let me know topics you want me to touch on. And with that said, I will see you lovely ladies, gorgeous gents, and crazy kids later. Candy loves you. Mwah.